Hi guys, let's look at Alabama Shake's classic track, Don't Wanna Fight, from the Trinity Grade 3 Electric Rock and Pop syllabus. Love this track. Hadn't heard it before, to be honest. I've never been someone who's listened to much Alabama Shakes, but I will be now. What a great sounding track. I think the first thing to do is just quickly look at the rhythm of this introduction, okay? Now, it's written behind me here. You'll have it in your book already, but let's just bring that up. So, one of the ways to read rhythms, obviously you can just read it if you know what you're doing. You can split them into where the beats fall, okay? But your beat is a crotchet, a quarter note, and you may find that still makes it a little bit hard for you to work out what it is exactly you're supposed to be doing. So another way to do it is to break it down into eighth notes. So if it was like that, then the rhythm would be ba da 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 da. And it helps me to think like that because then, as I'm doing it, I'm splitting it here. Okay, so every two semiquavers. And as I go through, therefore, I can kind of feel if I'm tapping an eighth note with my foot on practicing to a metronome with an eighth note, so 8 beats in the bar. So either just increase your tempo of your metronome, double it, and then think that's the eighth notes, okay, and then practice to that. Then that will really help you break that down. When you play it, I was listening to the track, and I must ask Tom, who's playing guitar on this, whether or not he was mildly palm muting, because it does sound like he's mildly palm muting on the track. And to be honest, it sounds better if you do. Just don't do it too much because obviously it's not written on the page, but stylistically it really works. But that feel then is 1, 2, 3. So, I'll unmute for you. Doing it slowly. And notice that I was acknowledging those rests as well. So to get the rests, I was muting with both the fretting hand and the picking hand, okay? So when you do that a bit quicker, it'll be... Keyboards come in. Okay, now, if you aren't quite sure what the little X's mean, so when you have a note and instead of it be, you see it in both the tab as just an X, like that, or you'll see it in the music as well, just like that, but it'll be on a certain pitch, okay? That's just fret muting, just release pressure, so if I'm doing an F sharp here on the 4th fret of the D string, and then I release pressure, I get this kind of like drum effect, okay? So that is fret muting, that's what that means. Don't take the finger off the whole way, otherwise it's going to be wrong. In the second time bar, obviously you have the staccato marking. I'm presuming if you're doing grade 3, you know about repeat markings and things. Hopefully you do. First time bar, second time bar. Just in case, when you see the double dots, I feel like I need to do it now. When you see the double dots at the end of this bar here, okay, you go back all the way to the beginning and then you're going to play through the piece again, and instead of playing the first time bar, you jump to the second time bar. Now, when you get to your first chord, which has the letter F in large italics and bold, okay, that means forte, of course. That chord is staccato, it's a D. And then, line 3, bar 5, the first chord is E minor, okay? But next to all of those chords, you get the little vertical squiggly line. Okay, that's just meaning that you're going to kind of roll across the strings. Okay, so you hear the split. Just be very careful. 1, 2, 3, and the rhythm. Sorry, I hit too many strings there. The rhythm that you're playing in the final bar of that line is a minim tied to a quaver and then a dotted crotchet. So what you're doing is 1, 2, 3, and. That's what you want to be doing rhythmically with Y. So 1, 2, 3, and, like that. Turning over, you're just repeating those kind of chords, and then you get to your verse. Let me move this down so it doesn't hit the camera. There we go. Okay, so your verse is just a really cool riff, and the way I would do it is I would literally bar across the 7th fret on the top 2 strings, and you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just keeping that down the whole time is just going to minimize the amount of movement you need to do. You can use middle finger and third finger there to get that 8 and 9, that G and that E. And you lead those down to strum that little triad there of E minor in bar 14. So again, see? Nice and easy. Cool. Again, be aware of the rests. I'm stopping with the fretting hand on all those rests. Otherwise, you get this. And that won't sound good in the arrangement with the rest of the band. You want to be able to hear the other instruments. You want to be able to hear the crispness of the drums, the vocals coming in, so you've got to leave space. The chorus is, we've essentially done. Same kind of idea there. And then you're back to your intro reprise. When you get to your solo, it says with distortion optional. Okay, that's up to you. Personally, I think it sounds better. So if you have, like I have, a Boss Katana sitting down here with the pedal board so that you can change between channel settings, I would have all your channels set up for all the different pieces so you have your different sounds. I usually have a few pedals on top, like an extra reverb delay chorus pedal and a tuner, just so I can add a little bit of extra stuff if I want. The solo isn't hard. Just be aware. In fact, let's just quickly turn that on. This isn't the sound I'd use in the song, but it's just there just at the moment. When you do that slide, you see it quite a lot that students will slide too far or not far enough. So visually, you're going to look for this E, which is 9th fret on the G string. And I'm looking at that fret. That really helps guide my finger to where it needs to be. It's like, hey, I'm putting a target on that fret on that string. Bang, done. Perfect. Don't forget the squiggly line, of course, vibrato. Now, it suggests to play it here, coming over, but I feel that that kind of puts, there's like a break in the tonality coming off the instrument. I just personally don't like it. And listening to Tom Fleming, who's playing on it, it really sounds to me like he's slid back down to 4th fret, coming down there, and then just playing this one here. And then that immediately puts you in the right position for the next section anyway. So just being aware, the slur markings are curved lines above 2 notes of a different pitch. So when we do the beginning of the solo, you play an F sharp, then the A, hammer on the ring finger, and then slide the ring finger to 9th in one continuous pattern, okay? You don't play the 9th fret again. Then you've got your bend, which is not a curved line, but like that. It's like looking at the top end of like a house or something like that, just on the roof, 2 straight lines. Like that. The straight line between 2 notes of a different pitch, that's the slide. As you're working through those. Again, we get a DSL coda, so you're going to go all the way back to page 10 in the book. So that's the second page of the piece, the chorus, line 2. You'll see the S sign with the 2 dots and the line through it. That's the DS sign. So you're going to play your chorus again, you play those 2 lines, and at the end of page 10, you go to the coda, which is just those 4 chords of E minor, E minor 6, E minor 7, and you get the B minor there for the last chord, which has a fermata above it. A fermata is a pause marking, okay, like this. So just make sure, ooh, a bit bright on this white with the lights. That's a pause marking, okay? So just hold on to it, listen to the track basically, and just fade out as the track fades out. That's the best way to do it. If you've got a volume control pedal, then just fade it out. Or just, roll down your volume pots, and that'll be absolutely fine. Perfect. Excellent. I don't think there's anything else really there to talk about. Let's listen to the playthrough.
What you